Chapter 6. Horrid Henry sat in silence for the rest of the trip. He was so depressed he didn't even protest when Peter demanded his turn on the right. Plus, he felt car sick. Henry rolled down his window. "Mum," said Peter, "I'm cold." Dad turned the heat on. "Having the heat on makes me feel sick," said Henry. "I'm going to be sick," whimpered Peter. "I'm going to be sick," whined Henry. "But we're almost there," screeched Mum. "Can't you just hold on until—" Bleh. Peter threw up all over Mum. Bleh. Henry threw up all over Dad. The car pulled into the driveway. Mum and Dad staggered out of the car to Polly's front door. "We survived," said Mum, mopping her dress. "Thank God that's over," said Dad, mopping his shirt. Horrid Henry scuffed his feet sadly behind them. Despite all his hard work, he'd lost the battle. While Rude Ralph and Dizzy Dave and Jolly Josh were dashing about spraying each other with green goo later this afternoon, he'd be stuck at a boring party with lots of grown-ups yakking. Oh, misery. Ding dong! The door opened. It was Prissy Polly. She was in her bathrobe and slippers. She carried a stinky, smelly, wailing baby over her shoulder. Pimply Paul followed. He was wearing a filthy t-shirt with sick down the front. "Eek," squeaked Polly. Mum tried to look as she'd not been through hell and barely lived to tell the tale. "We're here," said Mum brightly. "How's the lovely baby?" "Too prissy," said Polly. "Too pimply," said Paul. Polly and Paul looked at Mum and Dad. "What are you doing here?" said Polly finally. "We're here for the christening," said Mum. "Vera's christening?" said Polly. "It's next weekend," said Paul. Mum looked as if she wanted to sag to the floor. Dad looked like he wanted to sag beside her. "We've come on the wrong day," whispered Mum. "You mean we have to go and come back?" whispered Dad. "Yes," said Polly. "Oh no," said Mum. "Oh no," said Dad. "Bleh," vomited Vera. "Eek," wailed Polly. "Gotta go." She slammed the door. "You mean we can go home?" said Henry. "Now?" "Yes," whispered Mum. "Whoopee!" screamed Henry. "Hang on, Ralph. Here I come."